Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is game number 1 on field number 3, day number 2 of the Florida-Dixie Youth Baseball Machine Pitch B Division State Tournament. Robert Williamson set to bring the coverage. Shalimar, the home team in this one, taking on Franklin County. Franklin County's Kobe Joseph stepping into the batter's box, and with a toss of the ball from Machine to home plate, we have this one underway. Game gets underway about 5 minutes later than anticipated. That was because there were some problems with the pitch for the Machine, just a little bit high. But laid down by Joseph out in front of the plate. Harrell grabs for the circle over to first, not in time. And Joseph on with a single to begin the first for Franklin County. Let's get that lineup set for you. Kobe Joseph, pitcher, batting in the one spot. Carson Polaronis is the shortstop, batting second. JT Mathis, the first baseman, hitting in the 3 spot. Joseph off the bag at first, acting as if there's a run down to second. Brown with a throw to second, and going back to first is Joseph. Brian Lee Taylor, the third baseman, batting fourth. Left fielder Blanton Adair has the 5 spot. Wrapped to third, picked up there by Meggs. Goes to second, ball pops out of the mid of Hoy. And safely aboard is Joseph at second and Polaronis at first. So a couple of base runners on for Franklin County here in the top part of the first. Gabe Kelly, the catcher, batting in the 6th spot. Jay Fleming playing second, will hit 7th for Franklin County. Presley Hicks, the right center fielder, in the 8-hole. 9-hitter is Ethan Shiver playing left center field. Braylon Morris in that 10 spot. Brody Johnson, the right fielder, hitting 11th. And Bentley Gay is the 12-hitter. No swing on the pitch to JT Mathis. Meanwhile, Shalimar's defense looks like this, as Jack Harrell will throw to second, trying to get Joseph. Joseph dives back, but Harrell's throw winds up in center field. Joseph comes on to the house. And Franklin County will take the lead here early. Meanwhile, with all the focus on Joseph, Polaronis making his way to third. So Franklin County taking a 1-0 advantage, able to entice a throw from Harrell that winds up in center field. And Joseph will come in and score. Slow roller to first. Morocco picks it up and then lets Mathis just zip right by him. He was thinking about the lead runner. And that lead runner, Polaronis, gets about halfway between third and home and makes the U-turn, goes back. Brown looks him back, and in the process, JT Mathis will wind up at second. Interesting play and an idea of how you can get so focused, and understandably so. You're instructed to, in this particular case, keep your eye on the lead runner. That's what Morocco did. But while he was keeping his eye on the lead runner, Mathis just zipped right by him down the first base line. Wound up at first, then takes second. Polaronis stays at third, and now a couple of base runners on, both in scoring position for Brian Lee Taylor. And Franklin County with a 1-zip advantage, threatening to add more here early in the first. Again, that Shalimar defense. Jack Harrell in the circle beside the pitching machine. John Brown behind the plate. Jack Morocco is the first baseman at second. Bentley Bailey. Moxie Hoy at short, and the third baseman, Garrett Meggs. Shalimar's outfield and left, Chan Kidder. Left center, Landon Fagan, as there was a swing and a miss by Taylor. Tyler Rojas in right center field. Jacob Bennon in right. Couple of base runners on, nobody gone. 1-zip advantage, Franklin County. Here in the top part of the first. You see a number, by the way, on your screen, lifted towards left center field. That will drop in front of Fagan. Polaronis comes in and scores from third. Mathis winds up at third on the Taylor RBI single. And with all the focus on Mathis at third, Taylor able to make his way to second. So again, a couple of base runners at first and second for Blanton Adair. And still nobody out for Franklin County here in the top part of the first. Well, weather is an issue. We are hoping that precip stays a fur piece off, as we say here in the Deep South. And really looking at the iPhone weather app, conditions looking more favorable. When you looked at the weather app earlier today, there was nothing but rain from about 11 o'clock on. Now they're saying clouds from 11 o'clock on. Let's hope the iPhone weather app, which is typically wrong, is going to be right today. Cloudy skies otherwise. Clouds maybe making life a little more pleasant for these young athletes. Not quite as hot as it could be. Fouled away by Adair. So maybe the cloud coverage keeps the temperatures, or at least the heat indices, below triple digits. Gabe Kelly to the on-deck circle. This one launched by Adair into right field. That's got Mathis coming home. Taylor will go to third, takes the big turn, takes a look, goes back. And with a look by the defense at Taylor, Adair will wind up at second. Back-to-back RBI singles. And again, base runners at second and third. And Franklin County takes a 3-zip lead. Gabe Kelly letting the first of a possible 5 pitches go by. Jay Fleming moving to the on-deck circle. All right, a text number on your screen right there by the scoreboard, 334-488-1385. There is significance to the numbers as it is bunted foul by Kelly. Want to send a shout-out? That's the method by which to do so. But do it via text. Would love to talk, love to be able to chit-chat, but got a little baseball to call. So if you'll text those shout-outs, cheer on a team or a team member. 334-488-1385. The number on your scoreboard. Bunting towards third, charging in, Meggs. He decides not to make a throw, wisely so. Everybody is safe, and everybody's on a bag. Taylor at third, Adair at second, Kelly at first. And Franklin County now with the 3-zip lead and the bases loaded, nobody gone. Jay Fleming coming to the plate. Both teams played a game yesterday. Franklin County with a come-from-behind walk-off victory in the bottom of the 5th over East Lakeland 6-5. And if you're asking why not the bottom of the 6th if it was walk-off, time limit got him as it is fouled away by Fleming. So Franklin County beats East Lakeland 6-5. Shalimar a 10-1 victor over Graceville. Swing and a miss by Fleming. 4 teams in pool play in Pool 1. Graceville played a couple of games yesterday. East Lakeland played 2 yesterday. They both play 1 today. The teams that played 1 yesterday get 2 today. And that's these two, Franklin County and Shalimar. Franklin County will take on Graceville later. Shalimar will battle East Lakeland later. Swing and a miss. Out goes Fleming. 1 away here in the first as he strikes out. And Presley Hicks will come to the plate with 1 away. Ethan Shimer moving to the on-deck circle. Already a couple of games wrapping up. Really, for all practical purposes, you had most of the game today. Yesterday, 2 games in traditional play began and got into the top part of the first, and then the rains came, which were not enough to shut down the majors tournament. But when you've got a piece of electronic, the machine that pitches to the hitter, then weather can become an issue, and it did. as that one is fouled away by Hicks. So we had to wrap up a couple of games that started yesterday this morning. And in traditional play, Bartow beats West Volusia 16-1. That one rolled slowly towards third, scooped up by Meggs, goes to home plate with the throw and gets the force out there. Brown right where he needed to be to take the throw for Meggs. And Hicks will wrap into the 5-2 that gets Brian Lee Taylor. Still bases loaded, but now with 2 gone. And Shalimar, which saw 3 runs post before anybody went down, has an opportunity to minimize the damage. Leave it at 3 with 2 gone and Ethan Shiver coming to the plate. Shiver, though, hoping to plate more runs. Bunted up, Brown almost made a spectacular catch behind the plate. Just could not gather it into the mid, and Shiver will step back into the batter's box. Braylon Morris moving to the on-deck circle. If you missed scores from yesterday, we'll get you updated those in a moment. The young man, Adair, was about halfway home, and pitcher Harrell started running his direction, and then you had Adair like, okay, where do I go? Coach instructed him third is a pretty good place. So back to third he goes. Left-hander Shiver. Swing and a miss, and out will go Shiver, leaving 3 on. So Franklin County comes out of the blocks quickly, score 3, nobody gone, then loads things up with nobody out. But 3 go down as Fleming strikes out. Hicks wraps into the 5-2. Shiver fanned as well. And we put it into the top part of the first. Head to the bottom part of the inning. Shalimar coming to bat here on JockJive.com.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447.
Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
We head to the bottom of the first. Jack Harrell leading things off for Shalimar. 3 runs were played in the top part of the inning for Franklin County. Joseph, Polaronis, and Mathis all coming in score. Franklin County leaving the bases loaded, though. So an opportunity to plate more than the 3, but do have the 3 on the board here after a half inning of play. Jack Harrell, pitcher, leading off for Shalimar. Rest of the order has Bentley Bailey, the second baseman, batting in the 2 spot, as that one is fouled out of play, back over the backstop. Moxie Hoy is the shortstop, hitting 3rd. Jack Maruco is the first baseman, hitting 4th. John Brown catches and bats 5th. Anthony Kirby is the 6th hitter. Garrett Maggs plays 3rd and hits 7th for Shalimar. Right fielder Jacob Bennett in the 8th hole. Right center fielder Tyler Rojas batting 9th. Shot right up the middle and into left center field, and on to begin the bottom of the first is Jack Harrell. So Shalimar gets a base runner on. Dylan Mayturn batting in the 10 spot. Landon Fagan is the left center fielder, hitting 11th. And Chan Kidder, left fielder, hits 12th for Shalimar. Here's the defense they will face as Harrell takes off for second, and he'll be tagged out. Throw going down from Kelly, sitting there waiting was Fleming. And Harrell caught stealing. 1 away with Bentley Bailey coming to the plate. And in addition to 1 away, bases cleared as the runner is taken off the base path. And a Bentley Bailey, who stepped into the box with 1 on and nobody gone, has stepped back into the box a pitch later with 1 gone and nobody on. Kobe Joseph in the circle beside the pitching machine for Franklin County. Gabe Kelly behind the plate. J.T. Mathis at first. Jay Fleming at second. Shortstop is Carson Polaronis. Brian Lee Taylor at third. The outfield has Blanton Adair in left. Ethan Shiver in left center field. Right center field belongs to Presley Hicks. And Brody Johnson in right field. 4 pitches to Bailey. So you got to swing here as the number 2 hitter. The right-hander has that stick held well over the head. And it smacks it towards third. Grounder bobbled a bit by Taylor. Won't make the throw over to first. And Bailey is on. Well, again, I mentioned yesterday, these are youngsters, 7 and 8 years of age. They're playing in sometimes triple-digit heat indexes and 95-plus temperatures, so I just don't give them errors, even when there are errors. Official scorekeeper probably does. So as a result, you might have me with a few more base hits than the official scorekeeper. 6 base hits in the top part of the first for Franklin County based on my no error. format. Throw over to first and safely aboard is Hoy. Hit a shot to Taylor at third, but a nice job by Taylor. Able to field on the short hop, but couldn't get it over to first in time to get Hoy, and a couple of base runners are on with one away as Bailey goes to second. And will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Jack Maruco. John Brown to the on-deck circle. Well, let's get you updated on scores from yesterday. In B Division machine pitch, Franklin County 6-5 over East Lakeland. Shalimar beats Graceville 10-1. East Lakeland knocks off Graceville by 9-zip score. Bailey at third, but there is a little yellow flag on the turf, and that flag indicates that the runner left early. So back to second goes Bailey. And Jack Maruco will await the pitch, popped high into the air. Over towards foul territory, caught by J.T. Mathis at first. Mathis had not only to contend with a high fly ball from Maruco, but he had to contend with first baseman Moxie Hoy. And not that Hoy was doing anything, it's just Hoy standing on the bag, but had to work his way around Hoy to make the catch. Meanwhile, after the fact, a little bit of a throw around on the infield, and runners will be able to advance. To third goes Bailey, and to second Hoy. Two gone, John Brown trying to drive in the first Shalimar run of the contest. Other scores from yesterday in B Division: Holmes County beating Liberty County 12-zip. Blountstown by the same score over Sneads, 12-0. And Liberty County defeating Sneads 15-7. Lots of traditional play games yesterday. Mariana beating West Volusia 11-2. Bartow beats Brooksville in 7, 4-3. The only extra inning game of the day yesterday. Swing and a miss by Brown, and the count evens at 1. Okeechobee edges Spring Hill American 7-6. Brooksville a 21-zip winner over West Volusia in 3. Spring Hill American beating Bartow 14-4. Okeechobee a 17-1 winner over Mariana in 4. Fouled off. And a 2-strike count now on Brown. And then, of course, I gave you the scores of the games that resumed this morning and were suspended yesterday. Smacked in the direction of right center field. That will drop in front of Hicks. Gets it in, but not quick enough. Bailey comes in to score. Hoy on his way to the house. And John Brown with a 2 RBI base hit to right center field. And with one swing of the John Brown bat, it's a 1-run ball game. Clutch hitting on the part of Brown, a 2-out base hit. And Bailey and Hoy will come in and score as John Brown stands on first. Anthony Kirby coming to the plate. Well, yesterday, one game in which time became a factor. At the pace of this game, time could be a factor in this one. We're 24 minutes in and haven't wrapped up the first. John Brown taking off the second as the pitch got away from Gabe Kelly briefly. Anthony Kirby with an opportunity to tie the game up with a base hit, has a base runner in scoring position. Brown, it is hit hard towards third. Taylor with a nice stop, but goes to the bag to make sure that Brown doesn't come his direction. Kirby, as a result, gets first. And there's a couple of base runners on for Garrett Meggs. Jacob Bennett to the on-deck circle. No swing on the opening pitch to Meggs. When you get to the Franklin County second, it's the 10, 11, and 12 hitters coming to the plate. Braylon Morris, Brody Johnson, Bentley Gay. Well, here's what's going on as we speak. As it's popped into foul territory by Meggs. Mike Rideout's got the Holmes County Blountstown game now underway on Field 4. Field 1, Mariana and Spring Hill American. John Brock with coverage of that one. And in Majors action, Jason Thompson taking care of coverage of Juanita and Holmes County. That's an elimination game. The first game of the tournament, which will send somebody home. Meggs hits it right back to Joseph in the circle, goes over to first. On the receiving end is Mathis. The 1-3 put out gets Meggs. Leaves a couple of base runners on. But a big John Brown 2-out RBI, actually 2 RBI base hit, makes it a 3-2 contest as we head to the second.
Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies. Florida Dixie Youth All-Stars Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty. Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
We head to the top of the second. Braylon Morris starting things off for Franklin County. A 3-2 advantage that belongs to the Franklin County squad. They are decked out in the gray jerseys with the white shoulders. Name in white between the shoulder blades, white trousers. Meanwhile, for Shalimar, white jerseys. Hit underneath the mitt at third of Garrett Meggs, and Braylon Morris will get on with a single to lead off the second for Franklin County. Well, if inning number 2 is anything like inning number 1, we're going to be here a while. It took about 28 minutes to get into the second inning of this one. And, of course, there was a 90-minute limit. And there are some conditions. The 90 minutes, if it ends right in the middle of an inning, will finish the inning out. So it's not you hit 90 and you're done, but you hit 90 and you're close to finishing up. Swing and a miss by Johnson. As a base runner over at first here in the top part of the second. Bentley Gay to the on-deck circle, and then we're back to the top of the order. 3 runs played in the top part of the first for Franklin County. Joseph Polaronis and Mathis, as that one is hit over the outstretched Hoy reach at short, winds up in left field. Morris on his way home and then puts on the brakes, goes back to third, a double for Brody Johnson, who stands at second with a big smile on his face. So Franklin County beginning the second much like they began the first. Quick out of the blocks. Base hit by Morris, one by Johnson, couple of base runners on. And Bentley gave the 12-hitter stepping in. Hey, don't forget about following us on Facebook and Twitter. Find us on Twitter at Jock Jive. On Facebook, put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. Score schedules, game highlights, event updates, and so much more. And for instance, where this tournament is concerned, weather created some issues, postponed some play. Well, if you're following us on Facebook and Twitter, you find out about that stuff first. So do it, please. Let me throw in a please. Love to have 12,000 followers on Facebook and about 1,200. No, we've got 12, don't we? About 1,800 on Twitter. Swing and a miss, and out goes Gay. And there is one away as we go back to the top of the order. Kobe Joseph stepping in. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get alerts as to when games are beginning and what games have begun. And so it's just far easier. You subscribe to our channel, you go to the channel, you don't have to search through huge menus to find the games. So subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So we got some tasks for you, if you don't mind. Rolled right out in front of the plate by Joseph. The runners will hold at second and third. Johnson at second, Morris at third, but the bases are loaded again as Kobe Joseph delivers with a bunt single. And Franklin County, which loaded things up in the first, have got them loaded again here in the second. Carson Polaronis had a single and scored a run in the first. Batting here in the second with lots of guys aboard. All loaded up. Here's the pitch. There's the shot. It is into left center field. Morris will come in and score. Johnson rounding third, puts on the brakes, goes back to the bag, throw to the plate, bounces away from Brown. Here comes Johnson. He will score. Joseph goes to third. Throw coming to the plate, won't get him, and now the third is Carson Polaronis. So Polaronis gets the RBI on the single. Johnson and Joseph will come in on throw-arounds in the infield where Shalimar Wildcats just couldn't catch up with it. And it turns into a bases-clearing single and a few mistakes. And Franklin County taking a 6-2 lead here in the top of the second with J.T. Mathis at the plate. One away as Mathis, who singled and scored a run in the first, awaits pitch number 2, hits it over towards left field. It's an RBI single that will drive in Polaronis from third. Meanwhile, Mathis not putting on the brakes at first. He will go to second and be there safely. And Franklin County building their lead to 5. It is the 4th run plated in the second. Of course, the max per inning is 7. Brian Lee Taylor, an RBI single. It happened back in the first. Lays down the bunt that goes foul over towards the third base dugout. And J.T. Mathis, who had made his way to third, will head back to second. Popped up, foul territory. Giving it a look from third is Meggs, but it sails on the other side of the chain link. And the at-bat will continue for Brian Lee Taylor. Blanton Adair moving to the on-deck circle. A Sunday morning, by the way, first day in July. Diving try at short by Hoy to come up with a line drive from Taylor. Could not. Mathis goes to third. The throw coming to the plate to make sure Mathis stays at third, and Taylor will accelerate to second. Still one away. Couple of base runners on from Blanton Adair, who had an RBI single back in the first. Well, again, your shout-out number on your screen, 334-488-1385. Here's how you do the shout-out. Just cheer on a player, cheer on a team. Let us know where you are listening from, though. What part of the country, what part of the world. You're listening to game coverage, which, by the way, is audio only because of bandwidth issues here. Limited bandwidth kind of limits the extent of coverage. So audio only here, may be the same in Sebring. It will depend when we get there what the bandwidth is like in Sebring. Blanton Adair launches this one to right field. That will drive in Mathis. Let's see what happens with Taylor. Throw comes in quickly, hands home, and then puts on the brakes. Throw gets to Brown. Great catch by Brown to look back Taylor. So Taylor is at third with a look back of Taylor by Brown. Adair will go to second. And Adair picking up his second RBI of the game. As Franklin County takes a 6-run lead, Gabe Kelly coming to the plate. Jay Fleming moving to the on-deck circle. Well, I mentioned that time could be of essence. Right out in front of the plate. Meggs charging in from third. Throw goes over to first. Won't be in time. Taylor got about halfway home and decides to go back. Adair was trying to get to third and will go back to second. And now apparently Kelly is called out over at first. Well, one official came in and called Kelly out, and I think it was based on the fact he thought he had stepped out of the baseline. It was an appeal to the plate umpire. And the plate umpire said, yeah, he stayed in the baseline. So the other official conceded, cordially, by the way, no friction, just said, okay, you're right, and the base is loaded. Taylor at third, Adair at second, Kelly the base runner at first. And Jay Fleming, who struck out in the first, batting here in the second. Swing and a miss by Fleming. Presley Hicks to the on-deck circle. Well, as I mentioned, there is a max of 7 you can score in an inning. And Franklin County has put together a 5-run second thus far. And has the bases loaded here in the top of the inning. So if 7's the max, Taylor and Adair could come in, but Kelly couldn't. Fleming Laying down the bunt in front of the plate. Maggs getting the force out at home. Wise decision by Maggs. Instead of trying to make the throw over to first, instead of being mentally acclimated to going to first to get the runner, he knew there was a force out at the plate. And was able to get Brian Lee Taylor. Bases still loaded, but now with 2 gone. Adair at third. Kelly is at second. Fleming, the base runner, at first for Presley Hicks. Hicks wrapped into the 5-2 in the first. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Ethan Shiver to the on-deck circle. 8, 9, and 10 coming up for Shalimar when you get to the bottom part of the inning. Jacob Bennon, Tyler Rojas, and Dylan Mayturn. Count even at 1 on Hicks. Here is the 1-1 offering. Hicks drives it up the middle. Picked up at second by Bailey, and Bailey will tag out Fleming, headed his way, and put it into the inning. But another productive inning for Franklin County. They got a pair, make that 3 in the first, and pick up 5 in the second, and lead it by 6 as we head to the bottom part of the inning here on Jock Jive Sports.
Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on Jock Jive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
Bottom of the second, Jacob Bennon starting things off for Shalimar. Tyler Rojas and Dylan Mayturn due up in the inning, too. An 8-2 Franklin County lead, putting 3 on the board in the first and adding 5 in the second. Shalimar getting their bottom part of the second underway. And we are 45 minutes into the game. And just in the bottom part of the second. I mentioned a 90-minute time limit. And we're eating up a lot of time with lots of hitters. And about 10 runs total thus far in this one. Popped up on the infield, coming in from the pitcher's position. Joseph, it pops out of the mitt. And Bennon will be on over at first. So Shalimar with the base runner at first. Tyler Rojas coming to the plate. B division play. That means no trip to the World Series. The big piece of hardware is the state trophy. It is wrapped into left center field by Tyler Rojas. And back-to-back base hits have a couple of base runners on. Dylan Mayturn to the plate. Well, don't forget these games are archived to their conclusion. You want a copy for yourself, $5 gets you a download. Email info@jockjive.com. Info@jockjive.com. Toss getting away from Kelly, and that allows base runners to advance. Ben into third. And the runner now at second is Rojas. Info@jockjive.com, though. Get a download of any game. You can send you an electronic invoice. The invoice allows you to use your credit card or debit card to pay, and then we get it to you. Info@jockjive.com. Dylan Mayturn. Swing and a miss to even the count at 1. Landon Fagan to the on-deck circle. Shalimar certainly not out of this one. Only down by 5, and we're in the bottom part of the second. Would love to put some runs on the board here, though, in the bottom part of the inning. And match what Franklin County did in the top part. The thing you don't want to do is start, obviously, allowing more runs in the top part if you're Shalimar than the bottom part. It begins to build up. If you're Franklin County, well, obviously you're perfectly content with that. Hit over to second, Fleming. Over to first with a throw, not in time. Bennon will come in and score from third. So Mayturn credited with an RBI. Rojas will go to third. And at first is Mayturn. And now an 8-3 game. And Landon Fagan coming to the plate. Coach out to talk with Joseph. Kobe Joseph and his second baseman Jay Fleming battling for the grounder from Dylan Mayturn. And I think Coach is saying, Joseph, some things you got to let your second baseman handle. That's what you like about machine pitch. It's an instructional league. Opportunity to teach these youngsters the game. Landon Fagan. Off to second goes Mayturn on the throw. And now a couple of base runners in scoring position for Shalimar. For Landon Fagan. Fagan choking up on the bat and then lays down the bunt right in front of the plate. Out to retrieve is Kelly. And he will fire over to first. Did he get the out? Yep. Able to get Fagan on the 2-3 put out, but Rojas will come in from third. Turns into the suicide. The squeeze by Fagan producing a run. Mayturn, meanwhile, will go to third. It's now an 8-4 game. And Chan Kinner to the plate. I mentioned there is a threat of rain, but that is anticipated. It's July. It's the deep south. And this is just part of the landscape. Foul back by Kidder. We are hoping that the wet part of the landscape stays away until, what about maybe 10 o'clock tonight? And, hey, it can rain until about 1 tomorrow afternoon. And we can get back to the baseball at 5 tomorrow. Hit over towards short. Polaronis will field. Fire over to first, trying to dig it out as Mathis cannot. Mayturn will come in and score. Kidder takes the turn at first, goes to second. And Shalimar back to within 3. And we are back to the top of the order. Jack Harrell steps in. Harrell with a single in the first, batting here in the second. Bentley Bailey to the on-deck circle. Well, it was a 5-run top part of the inning. Shalimar trying to match that and then some in the bottom part. They have 3 thus far with Ben and Rojas and Mayturn all scoring. Kidder, the base runner at second for Jack Harrell. And that is caught on the fly by Polaronis. Steps on the bag at second as Kidder had broke to third and turns the very rare in machine pitch baseball double play. We have put an end to the second. We go to the third. It's an 8-5 lead, and the lead belongs to Franklin County.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong. And Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blountstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get your sports fix here. From youth league to college, summer to spring, every sport imaginable is on Jock Jive. Basketball, baseball, softball, football, volleyball. We've got it all. Plus, break down the plays, review the action, and preview the next battle on shows like the Beef O'Brady Sports Show, Talking Sports with Big C, Sacred Order of the Blue Smurf, and much more. JockJive.com.
Get addicted. Get addicted. Get addicted.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blountstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available.
Top of the third, 8-5 advantage. It belongs to Franklin County. Leading things off, Ethan Shimer rolls it to Hoy at short. Hoy's throw to first in time as Morocco will do the stretch and get Shimer on the 6-3. One away for Braylon Morris. Top part of the third, 55 minutes now into this one. Morris with a single and a run scored back in the second. Batting here with one away in the top of the third. And coming this fall on Jock Jive, SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, ACCC Game of the Week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf South Conference soccer, and much, much more. You will want to check us out often. We are indeed Jock Jive Sports. Braylon Morris, one away, nobody aboard, top of the third. 8-5 lead. Franklin County taking the lead in the top part of the first, does not relinquish the advantage, but Shalimar staying close. Rolled foul by Morris. Brody Johnson moving to the on-deck circle. Well, you want to be one of the top 4 teams in the B division. 2 teams out of Pool 2, 2 teams out of Pool 1 will advance to bracket play. Swing, a miss, and out will go Morris for out number 2. And bracket play slated to begin tomorrow at 5. And as mentioned earlier, everything's got an asterisk by it. It's based on weather and cooperative weather. Well, apparently we've got a discussion of the scores table. It is Shalimar that is over talking with the official scorekeeper. Well, let's see who has stepped into the box. I think that is Johnson, wondering aloud as to whether maybe the conversation under the scores tent is related to Franklin County batting out of order. Don't know. I know Shiver started things off. I know Braylon Morris was slated to go next, and it's difficult sometimes to see the numbers on the jerseys, and you just make the assumption that's who hit. Brody Johnson is in the batter's box currently, so he is the gentleman who is to go next. And, of course, with us being here in the box and the official scorekeeper being at the backstop, we are not privy to exactly what the conversation is about. But whatever the conversation is, it has now gathered the interest of all coaches. Well, I think they have concluded their discussion, and I guess it was satisfactory to all. I did hear the number 5 mixed in, and that was Ethan Scheimer's number. Shimer, though, did lead things off as scheduled. So maybe there was a discrepancy in there again. This is just sheer speculation on my part that maybe there was some discrepancy, at least based on the thoughts of one team in regards to whether those slated to hit actually came to the plate. But based on the info I've got here, the unofficial scorebook I am keeping, everything was as it should have been. And we get back to the baseball as Brody Johnson steps in with 2 gone, popped back this direction. And you hear the dinks. Well, that's about as close as you can get to the field, Mike, without actually hitting it. Count even, 1 each. Got a baseball back onto the field, so a pause in the action while the Franklin County coach gets the baseball back to blue, and back into the box goes Johnson. 2 gone, nobody aboard. Fouled off by Johnson. And it's a quickly expiring game. And when I say quickly expiring, I mean in relation to the innings played. We are only in the top of the third, but we are 1 hour in. Swing and a miss. Johnson goes down. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the third for Franklin County. Let's see if Shalimar can capitalize as we head to the bottom part of inning 3. Coming to the plate, it is the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Bentley Bailey, Moxie Hoy, Jack Maruco, all when we return to Bristol.
Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies. Florida Dixie Youth All-Stars Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty.
Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, Jock Jive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one. When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
Bentley Bailey starting things off in the bottom of the third for Shalimar, an 8-5 game. A scoreless top part of the third for Franklin County, though an excellent opportunity for Shalimar to try to get back into this game. Not that they're out of the game down by 3, but certainly an opportunity here to take advantage of a scoreless top part of the inning. Franklin County, on the other hand, hoping to play the same kind of defense Shalimar did. Popped up to third. Basket catch made by Brian Lee Taylor. And there's one away with Moxie Hoy coming to the plate. Moxie Hoy had a single and scored a run in the first, batting here in the third. Jack Maruco and John Brown due up in the inning, too. Well, if innings 3 and 4 go anything like 1 and 2, we're not going to get to the 6th. Time limit is going to keep us from doing so. We are 1 hour and 4 minutes in currently. So have about 26 minutes left. Another popper on the infield, and that will drop between pitcher Joseph and catcher Kelly. And a single for Hoy. He's on over at first. Jack Maruco next. John Brown will follow. One away, one aboard in a 3-run contest. Franklin County on top. Shalimar trying to take advantage of a scoreless top part of the third to really slice into the lead. Kelly's throw to second to make sure that Hoy stays over at first. Three machine pitch games today here on field number 3, as this one has popped up to second, and the catch made there by Fleming. And there's 2 away as Hoy stays at first. John Brown, who had a 2 RBI single his last at-bat, trying to extend the bottom of the third for Shalimar. Machine pitch games also at noon and 2, and then one majors game at 4 here on field 3. John Brown, the left-hander, has Hoy over at first, takes the pitch, pops it up on the infield. 3 in the vicinity. Nobody can get to it. Joseph nearby. Taylor was nearby. Kelly was nearby, but it dropped between the 3 in foul territory. And Hoy will go back to first, and back into the box goes Brown. Ball and machine. Awaiting the pitch. There is a swing and a miss. And it's a 2-strike count on John Brown. Franklin County starts the top of the 4th with the bottom of the order. Right back up the middle. Nice backhand by Joseph over to first with the throw, and Brown out on the 1-3. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 base hit. Hoy left on. That's 3 stranded through 3 for Shalimar. Nobody scores in the bottom of the 3rd. We head to the 4th. Still an 8-5 Franklin County lead.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, "Oh yeah." There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available. David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution, and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Top of the 4th, bottom of the order. Bentley Gay starting things off for Franklin County, leading it by 3. A scoreless 3rd after a score field, 1st and 2nd. Bentley Gay, Kobe Joseph, Carson Polaronis all coming to the plate for Franklin County here in the 4th. There's a swing and a miss by Gay. Gay, a strikeout victim in the 2nd, batting here in the 4th. Another swing and a miss, 2-strike count on Gay. Shalimar, missed opportunity in the bottom of the 3rd. We're hoping to cut into the lead after holding Franklin County scoreless in the top of the 4th, but they scoreless as well. It stays a 3-run game. Gay with a swing and miss. And Gay strikes out to begin the 4th. Back to the top of the order with Kobe Joseph coming to the plate. Joseph, a couple of base hits, a couple of runs scored. Got aboard in the first and second, came in and scored in innings 1 and 2. Carson Polaronis moving to the on-deck circle. Well, it is overcast. I can't say that it's any more so now than at the beginning of this one, an hour 10 earlier. Just got that look to a day that could stay cloudy like this throughout, or you might see a burst of rain at any moment. Fouled back against the screen by Joseph. Well, the goal is to get everything in. But I guess the second best would be to get almost everything in, so that you don't alter the schedule much to be able to get bracket play underway at 5 tomorrow. Fouled away by Joseph. And it's a 2-strike count on Kobe Joseph with nobody on and one away here in the fourth. Traditional play has had some, well, let's face it, some blowouts in machine pitch. Hit the short. Hoy fields over to first with a throw. It's in time. And out will go Kobe on the 6-3 putout. And there's 2 away for Carson Polaronis. And that is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row set down by Shalimar. And Carson Polaronis will come to the plate with nobody aboard. 2 for 2 is Polaronis, with a couple of runs scored and 1 driven in. Coming this summer on Jock Jive, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series. Hit sharply to third, knocked down by Meggs. Over to first, then gets Polaronis on the 5-3. Another 3 up, 3 down, top part of the inning. Still a 3-run lead. And it still belongs to Franklin County. Shalimar hoping to do something about that when we head to the bottom of the inning.
David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge. Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies. Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Anthony Kirby taking the first pitch, knocks it to short. Polaronis scoops it up, goes over to first with a throw, and Kirby is out number 1 in the bottom of the fourth for Shalimar. Garrett Meggs to the plate. Jacob Bennon to follow. Well, innings 3 and 4 near antithesis to innings 1 and 2. They have flown by. They have been pretty much base runner free. Whereas innings 1 and 2, you had all kinds of people get on. And a ton of runs scored. Well, a final in Majors play. Holmes County has beaten Juanita. Final of 15-zip. Juanita has been eliminated from play, and Holmes County will play on. They've got a 5 o'clock game tomorrow, and will take on the winner of the Snead-San Antonio game, which will be played later this afternoon. So our state tournament here in Bristol has seen its first team exiting as Juanita is eliminated. Garrett Meggs, who hit into the 1-3 in the first, batting here in the fourth. Pops it up, left center field, and there it will pop in and out of the mitt of Ethan Shimer. Shimer had it in the mitt, but just could not hang on. And Meggs will be aboard for Shalimar here in the bottom part of the fourth. Jacob Bennon with a single and a run scored in the second, bats here in the fourth. Franklin County, 3 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second. Scoreless in the third and fourth. Shalimar plating a pair of runs in the first, got 3 runs in the second. They've been scoreless in the third and now batting in the fourth. Base runner at first, Meggs. And the left-hander Bennon trying to move Meggs along. Fouls it off against the screen. And again, time is of the essence. If my clock, which is the unofficial clock, by the way, is accurate, you're looking at about 13 minutes left. Lined underneath the mid of Mathis at first. What a job of backup, though. And let's make sure that we've got the proper recognition. I think that is Johnson. He started in right field, and he fields and fires back over to Mathis to get the out. Youngsters wearing numbers on the back of the jersey, not the front, so the gentleman in right hasn't turned around yet, but Bannon wrapping into the 9-3 putout. For out number 2 as Meggs will go to second. Rolled slowly to Joseph. Joseph trying to find the grip on the grounder by Rojas. Does, and gets it over to first. And gets Rojas on the 1-3. Another 4 up, 3 down, 1 left aboard. Bottom part of the inning. Shalimar able to get a runner on, but not able to get Meggs in. We will head to the 5th. It's still an 8-5 contest. Franklin County leads it.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Florida Dixie Youth All-Stars Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty. When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501. Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Top of the fifth, J.T. Mathis coming to the plate. We're 1 hour, 21 minutes in, so the fifth may be it, depending on how quickly the top and the bottom part go. J.T. Mathis, Brian Lee Taylor, Blanton Adair due up in the inning. Mathis 2 for 2 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. Lifts this one to left field, and trying to make the basket catch was Kenner. It drops instead in front of him. And on is Mathis to begin the fifth. That's the first time that Franklin County has had a base runner since the second inning. Brian Lee Taylor to the plate. Taylor, just as Mathis was 2 for 2, has a pair of trips to the plate as well, and both have resulted in base hits, both resulting in, actually just one RBI. So identical stats to Mathis, 2 for 2 with an RBI. You know, there is a point in which, as that one is swung on and missed, and I don't think Taylor got a piece of it. It just rolled away from Brown, and that allows Mathis to get to second. But if you are Franklin County and you score 5, that would extend the lead to 8. And the time limit might get Shalimar regardless of what they did in the bottom part of the inning. But that's just speculation. Taylor goes down, a strikeout victim. And there is one away for Blanton Adair. Adair 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. The 5 hitters had a big day at the plate for Franklin County. Singled and drove in a run in the first, singled and did the same in the second. And has an RBI opportunity at second in the form of J.T. Mathis here in the fifth. Gabe Kelly moving to the on-deck circle, swing and a miss by Adair. And the count even at 1. Off the bag at second, Mathis, but he is chased back to the bag by third baseman Maggs. And Adair will get back into the box and await toss number 3 from the machine. Coach instructing Adair to back up a bit. He takes a few little baby steps backwards and then drives it up the middle, over towards second, fielded by Bailey. He will whip it over to first in time to get the out. Mathis taking the big turn at third and now caught in a rundown between third and home plate. Heads back to the bag, throw going to third baseman Maggs. Maggs will track down Mathis, tag him out. And it turns into the double play. The 4-3 got Adair, but then 3 went to 2, went to 5, went to 2, went to 5, went to 2, back to 5, and then 5 lays the tag on Mathis. And Mathis goes down, and the top part of the fifth goes scoreless. Well, maybe there will be a 6th inning, or maybe there will not. We are about 5 minutes away from the 90-minute max. Back with the bottom of the 5th, though, after this.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, "Oh yeah." There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com.
Bottom of the 5th, Dylan Mayturn leading things off. Landon Fagan, Chan Kenner, 2 up in the inning, 2 for Shalimar. Again, my unofficial time clock has us at 2.5 minutes from the max, from 90 minutes of baseball. So this may or may not be it for this one. Bottom part of the 5th. Mayturn wraps it over towards short, scooped up by Polaronis to first in time to get Mayturn on the 6-3. And there is one away here in the bottom part of the 5th. Shout out says, let's go Shalimar. Shout out from the 12U Shalimar boys. We believe in you. 12U guys, thanks so much for sending a shout out. Sending a go get them to the Shalimar Wildcats and machine pitch. Landon Fagan next. Laid down the squeeze that drove in a run back in the 2nd. Batting with 1 away and nobody aboard here in the bottom part of the 5th. Wrapped again to Polaronis at short, and Polaronis will get it over to first. A pair of 6-3s account for a couple of outs. And Chan Kenner coming to the plate. Jack Harrell moving to the on-deck circle. It is foul tipped back by Kidder. Well, again, if my clock is accurate and started with the first pitch, we are 30 seconds away from 90 minutes, which would mean the bottom of the 5th, it. Swing and a miss by Kidder. But again, my clock, the official scorekeeper's clock, are two different clocks. Swing and a miss. A couple of strikes on Kidder. So I say all that to say this may or may not be the end of the game. It is smacked into left field. Adair charging in, trying to field. It's on the shoelaces, rolls into foul territory, retrieves. Kidder will take second. The throw to second winds up in center field, and Kidder's on his way home. Rounds third, comes in and scores. Turns a single into a four-bagger. And it becomes an 8-6 game. And now the Franklin County coach out to talk to the troops. And with this conversation, we are more than likely well over the time frame necessary. So bottom of the fifth will be it. Shalimar will try to rally, get some form of a walk-off to take away victory from Franklin County. Franklin County, on the other hand, with two gone, need just an out to wrap it up. More shout-outs. Let's go Channing. Keep the Wildcats alive, and did he ever. Deposits it into left field and then puts the pedal to the metal. Comes in and scores to make it an 8-6 game. Let's go Jack. Top of the lineup, boys. You can do it. Jack Harrell. 1 for 2 in the game as we go back to the top of the order for Shalimar. Pops it up towards center field. That will sail over the head of Braylon Morris. Travels into the grass on his way to second. Harrell takes a look into center field, decides to go to third. He will be there safely. And Harrell's triple has a base runner at third and the tying run coming to the plate here in the bottom of the fifth in the form of Bentley Bailey. Bailey 1 for 2, a single and a flyout. Has a base runner in third with two gone in the bottom of the fifth. There will be no sixth. Well, we heard what might have been an alarm. I don't know if that was the official scorekeeper's clock going off. Maybe, and if so, we now officially have word that this will end it. Wrapped into left field, base hit. Bailey driving in Harrell, throw to the plate, gets away from Kelly. Off to second goes Bailey. And now Shalimar with a base runner in scoring position, and the tying run about 120 feet from the house. Moxie Hoy trying to extend the game, trying to tie it up. Third is wide open because Taylor had come in to cover the bunt by Hoy. Hoy had squared the bunt that left third open, and Bailey will take the bag safely at third here in the bottom of the fifth. Hoy 2 for 2. Drives this one to short. Off Polaronis. In from third comes Bailey. This game is tied. Shalimar pulling off the improbable in the bottom part of the fifth. Time expiring. And two gone before anybody gets on. And Shalimar able to put three on the board. And now the winning run over at first for Jack Maruco. More shout-outs, 2-out rally, Wildcats. Let's go, Bailey. Maruco drives it into right field. That rolls. On his way to third, Hoy. He is told to go home. Throw to the plate. It is not there, and Hoy will score to win it for Shalimar. Maruco with a triple that drives in Hoy, and Shalimar with a walk-off bottom part of the fifth to win it and knock off Franklin County. Franklin County did the same thing yesterday to East Lakeland. Won it in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the fifth in a time-limited game. And in this one, Shalimar does it. A final score of 9-8. As Shalimar stays unbeaten in pool play, improving to 2-0. It is final 9-8. Shalimar wins it. Thanks so much for listening to our coverage. Plenty of baseball still to come, including for Shalimar, East Lakeland at noon, and for Franklin County, Graceville at 2. I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.